Just getting used to this Instagram thing. Um, I don't know how to do this. Trying. Hang on. All right. Good talk around here. Let me go get Lotsy. Now, Lotsy is about a, hang on, this is too high. Hang on one sec. It's taking a bit to get used to. It's working. Hang on. Working with this Instagram one. What's up, Toxic? Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that works. I'm working with Lotsy. He's a 1-year-old Vizsla. Very excited, conditioned to be super excited around birds, chasing birds at an early age. So what had happened is like when he couldn't work with me, he was too like obsessed with the birds. So now he's doing much better. A healing stick played a huge part in his rehabilitation, for lack of a better term. Healing stick is a bouncy stick. I'll go get it when the dog was going forward. You take it and bounce it off of them. You bring it up, hold it like an umbrella and bring it down. You're not beating the dog with it. That's not how it works. I'll go get it and show you. And then also it's been helpful with retrieves. When he would screw up, he sort of goes in the down position. I'll take it and smack it on his butt. That gets his attention. He doesn't like it. I also used it in conjunction with knee collar, so he really doesn't like it. But you use an e-collar to make an annoyance. You use a healing stick to make an annoyance. You're not trying to cause pain. So let's see if we could get him to do a few retrieves. He was doing some earlier. He's starting to really progress, and that's good because you try to do this with him, you know, even just a week ago, no way would he do this. He'd be throwing the object all around and everything. So let me go get Lotsy. All right, and shut whatever dog that is up, because I know who it is. They want to come out, and they're going to come out. Hey, Tonka, here. Come on, buddy. Tonka, here. Let's go. Here are the geese. Oh yeah, that must, oh, it's a big one. 2 big ones. Let's leave it alone. So this is a healing stick, right? I'm supposed to be beating the dog with it. That's not how it's used, right? But you can annoy the shit out of them, but you have to use it right. So you hold it like an umbrella and it comes down like this, comes down like that. Goes right back up in this position. You do not use a healing stick. Back up here. Like down like this and go like that. You don't keep it down there. You keep it up, comes down, right back up again. Okay? So let's try and see if we can get him to do a few retrieves. Hey, come here, Budzo. No, here. Sit. No, heel. Back up. There you go, sit. We're not going to throw it right now. We're just going to place it. And see if we can get him to bring it to heel appropriately. Hold. No, hold. Heel. Sit. You're fucking all right, motherfucker. Good boy. Give me a kiss. Sit. No, sit. Let's see, hold. No, hold. Heel. Sit. You're fucking rocking out, dude. You're a good boy. Want to do another one? Sit. No, sit. Let's see, hold. No, you can get it. Let's see, no, hold, get it. That's gonna screw him up. Hang on. He's got to pick it up. I'm not gonna pick it up. Something distracting him. I think it might. Let's see, get over here, pick this up. Hold. No, hold. Oh, I see why I don't want to pick it up. All right, that's good. This is one instance where I will pick up a retrieve. Some dogs are real clean. The Vizsla is real clean. It landed over by dog poop. He didn't want to have anything to do with it. So what do we do in this situation? I did pick it up, right? We don't want to associate that non-retrieve with anything. He's doing great retrieves. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk him. He's going to stay at heel. And then I think he needs to take a dump. But, and then we're going to try and do a retrieve again. So this is not that big of an issue. There's many dogs like this. Watch out where you're throwing the retrieves. There's a lot of dogs come back here and take a dump. So it just fell right by it, and it's just enough to be like, no, I'm not going to do it. Hey, here, heel. Or we could even do this. Hang on. Heel. Let's see if he'll do it. No, heel. Come on, brother. Heel. Sit. Now, to ensure that it doesn't get thrown in the poop again, I'm just placing it. And placing it is sort of better, because when you're throwing it, you are causing excitement. And at a point, we just place them and we work from a pile. So, no. Let's see, hold. Heel. You're fucking good, dude. You're a good boy. Whoa. No, whoa, no. Whoa is a standing position. No, whoa. No. Whoa. Let's see, hold. Heel. Drop. Okay, go and play. In a week and a half, that guy is going to be freaking awesome. He is going to be awesome. This is a dog that was so... He would hear any bird out here, right? Any bird out here, he'd get fixated on the damn bird, not pay attention. He couldn't do anything. I'm not making this up. Like, he was so fixated on the bird, and he would just be disrespectful doing that. That's just disrespectful. Your dog does not have the emotion love. So anything that type of behavior that the dog would present to you that would be similar to love would be respect. And he wasn't loving me. And he wasn't loving his dad either, because not respectful. So a lot of times this is just conditioned in. The dog runs after birds. It gets conditioned to do that. It's muscle memory. And the next thing you know, it's just like so into the birds, it can't function. He can function now. He can chase birds. It's been a process to get him to this point. It's been a process. But see, he can run around chasing birds. But if I call him now, he comes right over. If I want to, we'll walk him at heel. Right now, we'll walk him around at heel. Hey, Lotsy, here, heel. Sit. Lotsy, over. Sit. No, sit. Lotsy, up. No, sit. No, sit. Okay. That wasn't a real long heel or anything. I'm trying to keep the session short with him because he's like he's still an easily distractible dog because of how he is. He's just he's hyper. He's not like Tonka. He's hyper. He's a hyperactive type dog. He's really high energy. This dog eats as much as Gus the Labrador. You see how lean he is. I mean, I'm feeding him more than Gus the Labrador. When he's out, he does this constantly. He's a very athletic dog. He looks great. Anybody that knows bird dogs, like young bird dogs like this would be sort of typical. You're gonna see some rib in the dog. That would be typical. Now, he's looking pretty good. He's pretty sweet. He is gonna fill out though a lot. And when he's here, he's just constantly working. So it is, if you have a dog like this that's skinny, some humans are skinny, some dogs are skinny. Don't try and overfeed them. You're going to cause problems. Let the dog eat, as much as they want, in a 20-minute period. Not even that. Like this dog wolfs it all down, but you just don't overfeed them. You're going to give the dog diarrhea, and if the dog gets diarrhea, it's counterproductive. So just feed the dog a normal, big amount. He eats a big amount. If you see that he's having trouble with his stool, cut him back a little bit. This guy doesn't have any trouble with his stool or anything. We're feeding him a huge amount, and he's still he burns it off. Right, Lotsy, here. See if he'll do another retrieve. Now, he'll be able to do a Frisbee soon. Here, heel. Sit. Now, he's I think he might have had some experience with a Frisbee, but there's no way he was retrieving it properly. But he's going to retrieve it properly with me. That's for damn sure. That's why this guy's here, is for for retriever training. And to be compliant so his dad and mom can take him on a hike and stuff, The other way, it just sucks, Let's see, hold. Let's see, heel. Sit. No, sit. You're fucking all right, man. What a good guy. You're a good man, you know that? You're a little man. You're a little man, aren't you? Go on, Ginger boy. Okay. It's a great dog. I love this breed. The breed's beautiful. I was to grab my clothes off of the clothesline. What a nut. There's a robin building a nest over there. Hey, leave the robin alone, dude. Hey, you're bothering the robin. Leave him alone. I got it. Don't worry about it, Robin. No, here. Get over here. Leave that Robin alone. You're stressing her out. Sit. Stressing out the Robin. Let me take him in. It's good. I'll be honest with you. It just, it's not overnight, okay? It's a process with the dog that's having issues. There's a lot of training involved, muscle memory. But I'm telling you, as soon as I put in the healing stick in conjunction with the e-collar, it was a period of a couple days. He started acting much different out here around birds and started respecting me. He can't do retrieves if he's doing them wrong. So he had to learn how to do this right, and he is. So I'm real happy. I don't know if his dad just saw that, but he said that he follows along. So I'm real happy with Lotsy's progress. It doesn't matter. Lotsy will go home when no, sit. When Lotsy goes home. So you can't rush it. It's just, you keep a steady pace with your dog, training your dog. Don't be thorough. Like, I'm going to be thorough. I'm not going to skip over anything with this guy. Hey, quit. Sit. No, sit. And you have to do the same thing with your dog. You have to just be thorough. take your time, work the dog on a daily basis, try and have as much patience as you can, especially when it's like, they're frustrating at times. Not Tonka's frustrating. Let me go let baby out or something. Let me put him up. He needs to decompress, and then I bring him out here and we do it again. So remember that. You train the dog for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You put him up, let him decompress, then you bring him out. Let him decompress 45 minutes or an hour. I'll be right back. Heel. That's good, brother. Now here. I need to sit down. My knee is hurting a little bit. Been a rough few days, but I'm really happy about Lotsy's progress. That's for damn sure. It's really doing great. It's a really nice dog. I knew when it was coming. I sort of knew what I was getting into. It's a bird dog. Bird dogs. Sometimes you run across a bird dog that's sort of more bred to be a house dog, but generally speaking, they're all sort of like this in varying degrees. Tonka being at the end of the spectrum, being high drive, hyperactive, and then some dog that like stays here, like Heidi, which is a GSP2, which is hunting dog, house dog. She's totally different than Tonka. Totally different. She works as a house dog. Lotsy, more towards the spectrum of a high drive hunting dog. Not as far as Tonka, but Lotsy can definitely be just like an active house dog. His owners are young. He's like a young couple, man. They got the energy to deal with Lotsy for sure. That's what they said was like they like to hike and stuff like that. He's not gonna be a hunting dog, but they live in Utah, and Utah's just it's beautiful. There's a lot of places to take a dog. So the way that he was, he's a pain in the ass. Now he's really getting it. There is a smart breed, the Vizsla. I hate to use the term smart, but they are. They can pick up on stuff that can be a problem. Like if Lotsy was chasing birds around the yard, you're sort of training the dog to do that, and they already sort of have a predisposition for doing that. So you gotta manipulate them, manipulate the prey drive. That dummy that I was using, that's for a dummy launcher. So that's why I'm using it, because we're gonna get that freak on a dummy launcher. Now, the dummy launcher will come in hand with Lotsy with scent work too. The dumbbells that we've been using are scented with bird scent. but the dummy launcher has gunpowder residue on it, so that is something else that the dog will smell when we're using the dummy launcher, and that'll help him start using his nose more. So Lotsy is going to be a rocket ship because he loves doing retrieves. It's been a progress because, you know, you can't do retrieves with the dog if it's screwing up the retrieves. So you really have to like go slow, and it's hard to go slow with a dog like Lotsy, a dog like Tonka. All these high drive hunting dogs, bird dogs that are super fast like that, they're just, you know, they're just moving so quick. There's more opportunity for them to like drop objects and stuff. So you really have to be, you know, consistent with making sure that you know, you're doing the proper training, teaching the dog to do it proper hold and drop. The dog is habituated to holding the object. You just really need to take your time and not let things start. When Lotsy goes back, his owner can't just like leave this year-old Vizsla in the house alone. That would just be a waste of his money. If he leaves the house, he has to put Lotsy in a crate, flat out. That just, you know, Lotsy does have some separation anxiety. We're still dealing with that, actually. There's some bratty behavior, too. Like, I went in there just now, and he was sort of doing a lot of whining, and I think it was whining because the cats are in there. That was one of the other concerns of the owner, was that he chased cats. He's not chasing my cats, but when he's in the crate, sometimes he's like whining because he wants to fuck around with them or something. I don't know where he, I don't know what he thinks, but it's not that often, but sometimes it's real obnoxious. That's Gus. Gus wants to go out. I'm real tired. Hey, hang on, dude. Oh my God. Where do these people come from? You know? What kind of question is that? Learn each other. Well, you know, he's a client. I don't understand if this is, I guess it's working. This is just nobody on it. Instagram, I'm still figuring out. I gotta let Gus out. Hey, baby, here. Come on, baby, here. This dog's a freak. She's real sweet. Pit bull. The bouncy pit bull. She's got like springs in her feet. Hey, baby. Let me go let Gus out. What's this? How'd you get that water on you? What is that? It almost looked like a dog peed on her. Where'd that come from? Oh, toxic Shiba. It's a real sweet pit bull. She's a really athletic dog. I still don't have her on video. I was doing stuff. We still got time, though. I'll get her on video. It's gonna rain tomorrow, which kind of blows. I gotta work with Lotsy. Keep going with Lotsy. Keep going straight ahead with Lotsy. So it's gonna be warm, so I guess I'll just put muck shoes on and we'll go out. And PL is telling me about how different Fanta is in England. Fanta, the soda? Get out of it. How would she know? How would she know, Toxic? When has she had American Fanta? Ask her that. Call her bluff on that one, Toxic. She's bullshitting you. She doesn't know. She has no idea what our Fanta... She doesn't know. Yeah, I'll tell you something. All that food and everything in England sucks. Except for Marmite. I like Marmite. Fish and chips. Their whole, I'm gonna go get a pint thing. Well, I don't drink anymore. Neverboy sent a request to be in your video live. Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know that. I'm just like so tired. I don't think that I can deal with that right now. I'm really tired. Toxic, you know that. I've been bitching about it 4 days now, you know? You know what I need to do? I need to get like a really good night's sleep. I took a nap a little bit ago. I need to get caught up on my sleep, and it's just not It's not happening. If I, if I wasn't a dog trainer, I'd just lay down until I went to sleep. But I had to get up and take Lotsy out. Hey, baby, let me go get Gus the idiot out. Oh, there's Pigeon Lady that thinks that their Fanta is so much better. Give me this, man. Get the fuck out of here. Don't chew on a stick. Come here. Come on, let's go. Here. Now I gotta get that boy out. God, you are a freak, baby. Bug. My leg. My knee. My knee hurts. Hey, don't jump into my leg. Fat boy? My legs are better than they've ever been, though, so I shouldn't complain. A little bit of bumping into my leg from Lotsy, and she's not doing that anymore, so I'm real happy with him. Cloudy day in Beaver Dams. That's right, Cartwheel. What's up? Cartwheel video. Cartwheel Grim. Gus is out here. He's a big fat pig. He's not too fat, actually. He looks pretty good. No vet would say that lab was fat. He's just fat because he's a Labrador. He eats like a pig. It's no shit. He eats Lotsy eats more than him. Right, right, Gus? If I fed Gus the amount that I feed Lotsy, he would be fat. He would. You have to keep the dog lean. You got to keep your dog lean. Don't let him get fat. You look at a dog like Lotsy that's lean like that. He's better off than like a dog that has, say it's a Vizsla that would have. I mean, you're probably not going to see it, but because of his bone structure, it's like me. Like, if I weigh 145, I am not doing good. Right? I am well. I got a bad hip too, so I gotta be low. But there's a lot of people that like their dogs are just fat because they overfeed them. And I've run into people that do this too. They'll say like, well, I've started walking my dog longer. You have to feed the dog less. Look at the size of the head of your dog, okay? Are you feeding your dog like the same volume as the dog's head? That's probably too much, don't you think? Look at your head. What if you ate this much food? Okay, now think about like, what if you ate half your head in volume of food? Too much, right? Don't you think? See what I'm saying? Now, dogs are totally different than us, though. They get the bulk of their energy from protein and fat. We get ours from carbs, complex carbs. So you give a dog complex carbs, they'll get fat. Where do we get complex carb, or not complex carbs, it's just carbs, like gluten and shit like that is in dog food. That's like corn, all that stuff that turns to sugar. That's just not really good for your dog, I'm not saying that I don't give my dog I give him oats, I give him a lot of spinach. Right now I'm giving him oats. Mainly because of Lotsy, so I'm giving all of them some. Because Lotsy can use a little bit of extra, glucose in his blood, because he's fucking a madman. He's just, I'm not kidding, man. That dog, me and Destiny took him to Catherine Creek. I'm telling you, that damn dog didn't stop the whole time. He'd get like a ways away, and I'd call him, and he'd come flying back. Did not stop the whole time. Very, very typical. And probably sprinting at like 40 miles an hour. Unbelievable. He's an unbelievable athlete. Gus is a fat elite. How is the weather there? It's all right. How dare you insult our real fruit fan? Man, you know that shit stinks, pigeon lady. You all don't. You know what's good, pigeon lady? Fentimans. You ever heard of Fentimans? It's made in merry old England. Do you know what I'm talking about? I gotta quit bitching about being tired and just. I gotta go upstairs tonight and just lay down and go to sleep, you know? Insult our real fruit Fantana. That shit sounds like crap. Real fruit? Fentimans is great. Send him the Turkish delight, PL. That's a euphemism. I know what you're talking about. No, I'm not doing that. Gross. The Turkish delight? That's like a chocolate starfish. Man, come on. You think I'm stupid? I know your PL's over here. She's a jokester. She's always joking around. She's on Instagram. Unbelievable. No, Turkish delight is evil. Oh, I bet it is. So is the chocolate starfish. Toxic saying, no, it isn't. Toxic? You were such a nice young lady at a point, and then you start, your best friend is Sarah from merry old England, and what happened? What happened? You were like, she was a nice young girl that would read the scriptures. Now she cusses like a truck driver. It's rose jelly covered in chocolate. I've had that. I've had that. I know what that is. I know what that is. I've had those. I know exactly what those are. I've had those before. Yep, I've had it. I've bought them before. I've bought that before. Back in the day when I'm gonna divulge a secret here, okay? I used to smoke a little marijuana, and I had what's called the munchies, and I bought those. I know what those are, right? Hang on. What age should a Chihuahua puppy stop biting me? He's currently 4 months and won't stop. Your problem is, hang on, let me ask you a couple questions. Well, do you get on the ground and play with him a lot? You know, are you making sure to get down and play with him? Like, come on, like that? Edmund from Narnia. What? Edmund? Edmund made it seem good, but it isn't. Oh, really? I thought you were talking about Edward from Twilight. Well, that guy's a dick, right? What a tool. I can't believe that he's supposedly the new Batman. Yeah, I agree. Fuck Narnia. Yeah, well, not on the ground, but in the bed. Man, your dog is never gonna stop doing it. I asked you the question so that you would answer it appropriately. Well, not in the ground, but in the bed and on the couch. Your dog is never gonna stop. Do you know why? Because you hand wrestle with the dog. And also, you have your dog in the bed. You're confusing the status of the dog. Your dog, it doesn't matter because it's small. It doesn't mean that it could be in the bed. You're confusing its status. It shouldn't be on the couch. I know, I'm bumming you out hearing this, aren't I? I'm bumming you out. You think that you're doing something positive, playing with your dog, and the dog's biting your hand, and you're like, when's it gonna stop? It's never gonna stop because you're handling your dog inappropriately. Why didn't you concentrate on training the dog and put a leash on it and teach it obedience commands instead of thinking, oh, it's a little dog, so I don't have to do anything. And don't tell me that you're training the dog, because if you were training the dog, you wouldn't have to ask that question. You would have already known. Well, of course, that's what I do. Yeah, that's why I'm loved so much. I'm the curmudgeon dog trainer that tells you what you want to hear, don't want to hear. I was told I was caustic at times. I took it as a compliment. That's my deal. That's my shtick, you know? You know what? You say, Peter, I have a question about my dog. Why didn't you just ask the question? Because now I think you're a troll, okay? So ask your question, Swerdinafilify. I showed him, didn't I? I just pronounced his name wrong. Thanks for that, I say. I just have to potty trained and start training him this week. Dude, your dog is 4 months old and it's not potty trained. Let me ask you a question. Are you still there? Are you still there? Are you using wee-wee pads with that dog? Answer that question. Do I like cats? I own 2 cats. They're in there. Okay? Bucket and Kittles. Do I like cats? What kind of question is that? I have a raven and some pigeons and a cockatoo, and you're asking me if I like cats. What did you think I would say? Like, no? I said, he's only a dog guy. Yeah? He only likes dogs. It's absurd. What about the wee-wee pads? Answer my question. Peter, have you ever owned goats? No, but I'd like to, and I've thought about it, and there's goats on Craigslist, and I saw them a few days ago, and I'd like to go get a goat, right? I'd like to go get a goat. He's potty trained, he goes outside, just haven't trained anything else. Gonna start training this week. Oh, okay, so you did accomplish that, good job. So you got him going up, that's good. But you're way behind schedule. You're way behind schedule, but that's very good. Congratulations. Do you use wee-wee pads sometimes? I'm not gonna set you up here. Do not bring wee-wee pads in your house. They're scented with a pheromone to teach your dog to shit and piss on the pad. It smells like shit and piss because it has a pheromone on it. So you're training your dog to shit and piss in the house. So your Chihuahua, you'll have to buy those for the rest of the dog's life. So don't use them like you got to go to work or something and use wee-wee pads. That's not housebroken, okay? Your Chihuahua, if you have to go to work, then you have to get somebody to come in and take the dog out or take the dog with you to work. I don't have a favorite dog breed, but if I did, I guess it would be any of the hunting dogs, probably. So that's what I was raised around. Goats will eat all your trees. I already thought of that. I would have to deal with the trees somehow. I'd have to like put wire, like fence around each tree. I thought about that. That's the problem. But the goat, it's like a dog. Like if you're not going to monitor the dog, things can happen. If I was out here with a goat, I guarantee you I could train the goat to stay away from trees. But you can't. But I still wouldn't leave the goat not monitored. What I'd do is I'd have a goat area in the barn, right? And I'd bring the goat inside, of course, sometimes. How can I train my puppy out of play biting hands? We just talked about that. Do you get on the ground? I mean, he's play biting your hands. Why are your hands down by the dog's mouth? Are you hand wrestling with the dog? Why do you think that the dog is not going to continue doing it? Why are your hands by the dog's mouth? How can the dog be play biting your hands if you have it down by the dog's mouth? Why? See what I'm saying? Your dog's never going to quit doing it that way. So I shouldn't have my Chihuahua on my bed or couch at all. That is correct. It confuses the status of the dogs. It doesn't matter if it's a Chihuahua, a Labrador, a Great Dane. You put them on your bed, you let them sleep with you, you get leash aggression, get all kinds of behavioral issues. I'm sorry. I know. It's a bummer, right? Because the dogs are cute and it's nice sleeping next to a body. But here's a suggestion. Instead of having the dog sleep in your bed, get a boyfriend or girlfriend. There you go. Get your own species. Or a cat. Cats, it doesn't really seem to matter if they sleep in your bed. But a dog screws them up. It does. It just flat out screws them up. I'll watch the video to see the hate. Oh, who cares? Would you use goats as pack animals? Well, where would I I'm going camping. Let's put a backpack on the goat. Yeah, I guess. I mean, they can pull a cart. Absolutely. It's a draft animal. It's not a pack animal. It's considered a draft animal. A dog is considered a draft animal too. So same thing. That's where the term whoa comes from with dogs. It means stand and don't move. It's the same thing with a goat or a horse. Whoa, stand and don't move. Okay? Whoa is not a substitution for the word stay because you don't say stay with a dog. It's built into the command. I hope that made sense. Instagram is really clear, unlike YouTube. Bingo. Bingo. It's a better product, right? Thank you. Thank you. That's why I'm going to keep doing Instagram and, of course, Facebook because, I mean, YouTube, not Facebook. But I got to keep doing. You know, right here, I could put it on Wi-Fi, actually. Probably get a better product on YouTube. Let me see if I can do it. Hang on, YouTube. Get a better product. PL, go over to YouTube and tell me if you get a better product with being on Wi-Fi, with the YouTube on Wi-Fi. Is there no sound or is it just me? I think it's just you because everybody else seems. Oh, look, it's Knobber Boy. Oh, Knobber Boy, congratulations on a really great name. You're gutsy. You are. There's Knobber Boy, man. That's great. Congratulations. I heard that you wanted to come on, but man, I'm tired. Like, YouTube's cutting out here. It's cutting out here. Instagram is clear as a bell. How do you keep a bark collar from false shocking? Well, bark collars are a touchy subject. I don't really recommend them. You can use them, but you should be using a regular collar. I'm not going to recommend use. I've gone over bark collars before. Now I just think it's probably a bad idea for most people. Most bark collars have fail-safe things in there where you're not going to get full shocking though. But what happens a lot of times is dogs will bark through the bark collar. So they won't do that when you have a remote. So it's better to sort of train your dog, you know, shut the fuck up. And to be perfectly honest, most dogs, thank you, PL, most dogs, when you're away, sort of shut up. They're quiet. That's true. So, and if your dog's making noise, maybe you could try using radiotherapy. Generally, people use classical music. That seems to work the best. How to help 6-month-old rescue dog be more confident. She's very shy, just got her. Well, your dog that you adopted, you mean, it's training, man. It's all about training. And I'll tell you one thing, don't console that dog. You console a dog that's like acting scared, like that sort of body language, you know, oh, it'll be all right. Good boy. Oh, it'll be all right. Good girl. Do you see what I'm saying? That's not what you do. So your dog is unconfident and you're using some kind of pleasing tone, you're going to screw the dog up. It's a subspecies of the wolf. My suggestion would be to you is take that 6-month-old dog and invest some serious money with a dog trainer that is actually qualified, not a purely positive food trainer. If you can find somebody that doesn't train with food, you do a board and train with them. You're looking at an investment in your dog, and your dog will come back totally confident. Totally different. So the way that you make the dog confident is by teaching it all the basic commands: sit down, low, heel, kennel. All taught is implied stays. I do weave pulls, retrieving. You know, it's a thing that happens over a period of time. Like you can say, well, okay, I just want to pay for 2 weeks. I'd say, well, get lost because your dog's not going to get any better in 2 weeks. So for me, 6-month-old dog is going to take a minimum of 90 days. Okay, so don't be unrealistic. And for God's sakes, don't sit there and worry about, oh, the dog's unconfident. Just fucking don't send a vibe to the dog like that. All right, it's a dog. Make it man up. You know, you want to baby the dog, maybe you should get a baby. Seriously, it's a subspecies of the wolf. You've only had it for a little bit, right? Start training it. Start training it. Teach it to sit. And this whole rescue thing, you know, you adopted the dog, you didn't rescue it, okay? You adopted it. It was rescued when the people that rescued it brought it into the shelter. Those people rescued that dog. You adopted it. My hair goes, you know, starts standing up when I hear that term, because it's like somebody that likes, I'm sorry, I don't mean to make you feel bad, but it's sort of like, you know, like, you didn't rescue it. You adopted it like everybody else, okay? So don't use that term because it's offensive to people that do actual rescue. Oh, yeah, you picked her up from an abandoned field? What's an abandoned field? You're just saying that. You're just saying that because I said this, okay? And I know that. Because what is an abandoned field? See what I'm saying? What's an abandoned field? Does anybody know? Did I read that right? I picked her up from an abandoned field. Owners left her there. Oh, really? Did you see them leave the dog there? You saw that. You saw, like, the owners took the dog and put her in the abandoned field. Yeah, desolate field. And then you went and got the dog. You're a liar. Okay? That's the way I see it. I'm sorry. I could be wrong, but I'm not really wrong, you know? I'm not psychic. I've said this many times. I'm not psychic, because psychic infers that there's nothing other than like this thing coming into your head, you know? Oh, the neighbors fed her. Okay. And and the puppy just stayed in the field. The story's getting thicker. Owners immigrated. Oh, I see. Let me guess. You got the dog from Kosovo or something? Come on, the story's just getting ridiculous. Does it bother you when grown puppies call their dog puppers or fur babies? Fur babies is ridiculous. Come on, oh my God, what? Am I right? You got it from, it's a Ukrainian dog? You saved the Ukrainian dog, didn't you? I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. You're a good person. You are, thank you. No, seriously, I believe you. It was probably a dog, you know, in Ukraine. It was probably outside Kyiv or something, and, you know, that poor puppy. That poor puppy. How's Sam the Raven? He's good. She doesn't like my sense of humor, I can tell. It's my rapier-like wit, right? Okay, look, people left 5 adult dogs in a field. There were 3 litters when the rescue found them. Come on, man. Just, you know, I'm sorry. This story just is like getting worse. People left 5 adult dogs in a field, and they all stayed in the field. There were 3 litters when the rescue found them. Wait a minute. You said that you rescued the dog from a field, right? Now you're saying a rescue organization found the dog. See, you're a liar, man. You know, you can't keep your story straight, you know? I gotta get rid of her, man. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. She couldn't, I knew that would happen. She couldn't keep her story straight. I'm like Judge Judy of dog training. I'll trip you up, man, if I think it's a story. There's a lot of stories that are, what's my favorite food? Steak and oranges. Yum. Not together, but I would. She couldn't keep her story straight. In the desolate, the abandoned field, right? There were 5 dogs there, 5 adult dogs, and 3 litters of puppies. They all stayed there together as a family. No, they didn't. You're a liar. You're a liar. You're making up stories. That's like somebody that wants attention. Hey, Gus, brother, what are you doing? Give me that. Come here, fat. Hey, fat ass. Come. No, here. Heel. Gus. Come here. Give me that. How'd you knock this off? You got in trouble, Gus. You run around like that. You knock into me, I'm gonna get hurt. You're not gonna like it, bad boy. Oh, that was a good one. I'm serious. I think that there's people that like I'm starting to. I don't think she even owns a dog. You know, there's a lot of people that just want to like talk. Like, you know, I'm in Crete. There's a lot of strays in the city, but people of the city care for them and feed them. And sure, I know that. I know that. That's one of those towns, right? Um, there's uh, there's a couple places like that in the world where they just like there's a ton of abandoned dogs and everybody just takes care of them. I You thought I was a troll and didn't believe I had pigeons. You quizzed me. You still quiz me, haha, after 3 years and 4 years, haha. Hey, did you know that not Lotsy, Nixie has had a YouTube channel since 2008? Did you know that, Pigeon Lady? How long has she been on this channel? I gotta ask her. How long has she been here? She might be one of my oldest subs. I don't know. 2008. I think YouTube started in 2006, something like that. I remember when YouTube. I was in this pet store and this guy was on the. I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm on YouTube." I'm like, "What is that?" Oh, it's a bunch of videos. It took off, didn't it? Yeah, that is a long time, right, PL? I'm so happy with Lotsy. It's raining. She has 2 accounts here. She has two Nixie the Pixie accounts. Oh shit. I gotta go eat some food. I do. I'm gonna go eat. I'll live stream later, I'm sure. I'm gonna shut this down. Thanks. Yes, I know that. But she's very secretive. I know that she tries to be. She has 2 accounts. You know who I think her other account is? Is Rocket. Is whatever Rocket. You know who I'm talking about? She says it's not though. But I think she's the one person that has been here that is like actual frogman level for 27 months or something. I think it's Nixie. I think so too. She's very supportive, right? She is. She's very supportive. Every time she comes on here, she's always like, puts my T-shirt, link and everything. Bye. Yeah, she is frog. I think so too. She said she wasn't, but I think she is. It's her. I think so too. She's awesome. Yeah, you ever see her page, like those elf women that she makes those are pretty cool, right? They're cool. It's like video games. All right, I'm gonna go. I'll see y'all. Wasn't this fun? Let's see. Hang on.